What's going on, people? Sheffield United 2, Manchester United 3. Big win. Rashford with 2 goals. Martial off the sheet with his confidence. Paul Pogba with a masterclass, which we'll get straight to Kev on that. Honestly, big win. KG in the Christmas jumper of that film that I've never ever seen before. Love it.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting that you've never seen this film before, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Man United, bro. Oh my days. Listen, before Jay gets busy, because we know Jay can get busy, and there's lots to discuss. There's lots to discuss today, but guys, we did it. We're in the title race. We are in. Stop it. Don't stop looking. We're in the title race right now, and it feels beautiful. It feels exciting. It's Christmas, guys. Let us get to Christmas, and we're in and around it, guys. That's just what you got to think about. I know there's real things to discuss today. We need to discuss the changing of the goalkeeper. We need to discuss that because I don't know. That's a big topic. I don't know if you thought De Gea. I don't know. If Henderson is better than De Gea. To me, definitely not. Hell no. De Gea could have done that today. Get him out. But anyway, I'm just happy. I'm not gonna get into negativity. My boy Rashford is top 5 in the world at his age. Top 5 in the world at his age. Then you got who else had a good. It was just great performances everywhere. And then you know what? Usually I don't say nice things about Pogba. He deserves some praise today. Lovely little Cruyff turn, lovely little pirouette. He played the game really in that in the low, like deep in midfield, whipping balls, just flicking balls in, and we needed it. So you can see when the team tried to do the low block and we play like a and they tried to play high because we got the pace, we can get in behind them, and he does that very well. If Pogba puts his head down and plays like this, I don't mind until the end of the season. Jog on. Thank you very much for your service. But yeah.
Well, it looks like it's definitely going to go that way. Jay, big win today. We're saying all through the week, I'm saying to Mark's like, they won't even score 4-0. And I'm just like, you just know what we're like. I'm like, don't United this up. After 3 minutes, we United it up. Ollie says that he put Dean Henderson in because that was planned from ages ago. And I don't want to do the negativity thing, but we have to just kind of talk about it, then park it away so we can move on, and we'll get everyone's thoughts on it. But what was your thoughts on changing the keeper and how we started the game? Another away game, going down a goal again.
Okay, I'll sum it up with a movie reference. Manchester United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay, that's point 1. Point 2, I think Ole has he bowed to pressure from the English media. Let's discuss it for a second, guys. There's been a lot of talk from English media slagging off De Gea, who I rate highly. We all rate him highly because, let's face it, Pickford is shit. English fans do not want Pickford playing in the European Championships. They want Henderson playing there. They do, right? So there is an agenda come out against De Gea, which none of us agree with. Tonight, De Gea hasn't put her foot wrong all season, possibly barring the 3rd goal against Leipzig. But that apart, you start your best keeper, and that is De Gea. I suppose it's easy for us to take a shot at Henderson tonight. Look he's playing at his old club. He's super motivated. He is going to maybe take that little bit extra touch and be overzealous. That first goal, he's culpable. But yes, also Maguire's culpable, which we'll discuss later on. So I'm not going to go in hard on Dean Henderson, but I am going hard on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for choosing him tonight. We needed 3 points. I'm sorry, guys. You said big win, great win. We stuttered and stammered. It's a team that got 1 point thus far this season. Wow. We let, and I have it here in my notes, guys. I like my notes. McGoldrick. Okay? He's Irish, God, by the way. He's Irish, so I can say it. McGoldrick has scored 1 goal in 14 games. He scored, wait for it, guys, 22 goals in 84 for Sheffield United. So I'm sorry, guys. He's not exactly Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Tonight he gets 2 against us. All season, Sheffield had got 5, I think. He got 2 tonight. I'm sorry. But it's a win. It's 3 points. But, guys, the cracks tonight became chasms in that back 4.
Oh, big
Go to someone else.
Yeah, big stuff. I'm going to come to Kev. Adewale says Pogba and Bruno need to play together, but with Fred, not Matic, our centre backs need to be sorted out ASAP. Kev, from Jay's report, I tell you what, I think we played awful.
Did we win? What? Did I miss something?
Take it away, Kev. What's your analysis on that?
Listen, before the game, you can look at it. Every single person you would have spoke to would have said, Manchester United, it's nailed on, they have to win. Listen, Sheffield United had a point before this game and you look it. But I tell you something, at 3-1, I'm thinking of KG and I'm thinking of something he said a while ago. And through my head, I've got voices going, we're in a title race. We're in a title race. I swear to God. And I'm like, are we?
Then McGoldrick scored.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, but again, I mean, the uncertainty at the back, man. I mean, Dumb and Dumber, you know, Maguire and Lindelof. I mean,
no, Lindelof. No Lindelof slander today. He played.
Yeah, he did good.
Lindelof looked good.
Yeah, but they're a team at the end of the day. The Chuckle Brothers were a team. Do you know what I mean? They made everybody laugh. It's like the uncertainty that is at the back. We just need to get over that because attacking-wise, we are firing, man. When Martial's in that team, we're totally different. Rashford today, and I've read so much shite about Marcus Rashford, all this stuff. Oh, he needs to stop this campaign, you know, about getting, you know, school meals for children. You know, shut up. Let him do his shit. You know what I mean? The guy's, 22 years old. Nobody else has ever done anything like this. And,
God, you did it.
And he's put in a man of the match performance today as well to silence every one of them knobhead United fans that keep saying to Marcus Rashford, quit all this campaigning and stuff and stick to putting the ball in the net. He's done it today. For me, it was a big result, and we can look down and go, listen, it was Sheffield United and that. But again, we keep talking about, and Flex will say the same thing about this, and I'm going to whisper it, game in hand. Yeah, we don't want to say it loudly because it's there. And if we win it, we're 2 points off the top. And until yesterday, a lot of people were going on about Tottenham, Jose Mourinho, all this. If we do the business in this game in hand, we're there, man. We are there and we're in the mix. So what point do we actually start taking Manchester United seriously now about a title challenge? Because it took Jurgen Klopp a couple of years to get things right at Liverpool. A lot of Liverpool fans were questioning Jurgen Klopp at a stage. So at what stage now do we start going, well, if he can stick with a consistent lineup, we can start turning our home form around. Do we actually start taking ourselves seriously at Manchester United?
Oh, I love everything you said right now. Great speech.
I think that's Draw. He says we did actually win tonight, so positivity, and that's coming from Kev there. Big look. I thought we were comfortable for very, very long periods today. We created a shitload of chances. We done really well. Alex, are you echoing what Kev's saying there?
Do you know how annoyed I am that you came at me last? As soon as Martial scored, because obviously I know I come on the show later on after the games. I was like thinking, I know what I'm going to say to Flex as soon as the full-time whistle goes and I come on the show. I just wanted to open up with starting a question. Do you believe yet? Well, me and KG mainly, but now Kev's buying into it. I'm loving it. Do you believe yet?
I think statistically, I got to get behind that we're in a very, very good position as it stands.
Going into January, if you'd have said at the start of the season, like people can say whether we've earned it or not, we've been lucky or not, it doesn't matter. If we beat Leeds, then we are 2 points off top. And I was saying to my brother-in-law earlier, if Liverpool didn't score in the last minute, it wouldn't even just be 2 points off top. We would have been joint top. So God, I want to hear it. I want to hear it from you. If we don't get it tonight, we're going to get it within the next 2-3 games.
I was gonna say, that's what I was gonna say there, Alex. Right? Because big up. Listen. I don't want people to think I'm some like vacuum of positivity. Because KG tried to paint me out as that. Because I'm not as deluded as him. He tried to paint me out as this guy.
He's a realist, not deluded.
Do you know what it is? We are in a fantastic position as of now. It's a very, very tough game against Leeds coming up. And like you said, Alex, in your statement, there was a lot of ifs. Yeah.
But I can counter you right there and say, we talked about it before, like the other day. And people can say, okay, yeah, in the first few games this season. But remember, we saw that stat about since Bruno joined. And then you want to look at the points then. Since Bruno joined, it's been a damn load more games than just this season. I'll just say that. So anyone that thinks that, they can go look. Since Bruno joined, Liverpool, if they're above us, it's by 1 point, 2 points, or it could easily be us above them. I don't remember what the exact measurements are, but it's between 3 points, either positive or negative, between that since Bruno joined. So I'm just saying, people keep writing us off. We'll see in May. If we don't win the league, then and I'm not saying we will win the league. I am saying we'll win the league, but let's just say, like, for a split second, it could be the first title race we're actually in since Fergie, because we came second under Mourinho, but realistically, after that City loss, we were miles behind in the end. But going into January, this is the first title race we've been in since Fergie.
Okay, do you know what? I've got to do this, guys, because I think it's the perfect time to do this. Jay.
Okay, Alex, I love your positivity. I'm not wearing my Bond villain top for anything. Nothing. This is pure Bond villain mode tonight, boys. Okay, guys, we beat Sheffield United. Okay, come on, calm down. Let's get perspective here. Okay,
but like what I said, since Bruno joined, we've played a lot more than just Sheffield United.
We have agreed. And listen. We discussed Bruno at length in the last show, and we're all massive Bruno fans. And Bruno was the pivot of all the positivity tonight that went on the pitch, of everything. Now, I know the Pogba FC lads, they're going to be out in force, and they'll be espousing Pogba as the next Ballon d'Or. Yeah, Pogba played well tonight. All credit due at the end of the day, like as Roy Keane would say. Look, guys, a win is 3 points. But we can't brush under the carpet that we conceded 2 goals against a team that's fighting relegation.
So they weren't normal goes. Come on.
I don't care. Okay, Alex, question. Alex, what was the scoreline? Was the scoreline 5-0?
Yeah, of course, but they were such stupid goals, like freak goals, both of them.
Freak my ass. It's schoolboy defending, lack defending between our so-called captain that couldn't captain a stag party in Bangkok. He's so inept.
I'm sorry. I have to come in again. You cannot blame Maguire for that. I assume you're talking about the first goal. That is not Maguire's fault.
I'm blaming him for lack of communication with our overzealous goalkeeper. Okay?
Oh, come on.
We concede yet another goal we concede from zonal marking, which we've proved
I agree with that.
Time again. We cannot continue with zonal marking at a corner.
Can I just cut in a second and say that comment there is an absolute disgrace just in the bottom corner? But sorry, you continue.
It's
just quickly, KG, before you come in, let me just get the super chats out.
I was going to do.
We're really talking about some great stuff today. Daniel says, would you loan Greenwood out in the summer? I think
no.
Would say no. Respect for the question, Dan. It's all about opinion and questions and stuff like that. Shaikh says, let's accept our defense is pathetic and let's win the league with our attack. Let's be the first team to win the league with less clean sheets than ever. Ronald says Martial did well today, earned a bit more respect. However, for banter, Arsenal came out with a new slogan from Champions League to Championship. And the next super chat is from Aritra. Mark is a total hypocrite. He selected Henderson to give him a game and criticised Ollie for playing him. He's just plain impatient and inconsistent. KG, what was you going to say there? Go ahead.
All right, so there's a few things to say. We need a This is my only issue, Ollie. Yeah, because I did have an issue today. So he looks at De Gea, and I think you guys got it wrong when he said he started him for reason. Why did he start him? He started him because he was always nailed down to start. No, he said that he started him because he's seen something in his form that is deserving to play. That's a problem for me because there's mistakes in other places that you have not seen. Why are you that if you focus there, but you can't see Maguire and Lindelof is not working? That's a big issue for me. Again, we go down and I don't want to be mean to Maguire, but I really want him to offer more than he does. So if let's say, just imagine you're not fast or nothing. At least anytime a ball comes into the box, it's Maguire's. Now we switched to zonal, and in that moment when it went to 3-2 and it got very scary, and there was a shot at that last, almost at the end of the game. Crazy. Was that Brewster that took that shot?
Nah, Muset.
Nah,
yeah, sick shot.
Hi guys, nice to see Bebe, Lukaku, Cavani, Schweinsteiger, and Alex Telles.
That is some lookalikes. I'll give you that one.
Do you know what's funny is
I forgot what Bebe looked like because I'm the one who's Bebe. I'm laughing. Hold on, I'm laughing because like, you guys ones are spot on, and I'm like, wait, that means I'm Bebe.
I can kind of see the Anelka one. I don't see Bebe.
You know, like when you start laughing.
No, you're
hold on. I'm Bebe.
Bebe would look pretty harmless.
Hold on, what does Bebe look like again?
He had the afro. He was dead. He was.
Did he not have a massive head?
If you see what's come up as I've just typed Bebe, you don't want to see.
Does it look like you? I'm disgusting, innit?
I need to put Man United after Bebe. Put it that way.
Can I? I'll just jump in quickly while you're searching on Bebe. We're talking about a title race, and we're all sort of having a laugh and a joke. Some of us agreeing, not agreeing. But what we need to look at is this not the strangest title race in the history of the Premier League of how things are going every week? Because you cannot predict it. Whether you say it's fans not being in the ground and we're getting all these freak results. That's what I'm looking at the minute. And I'm looking and thinking, yes, all right, we probably fought 3 or 4-0 tonight, nailed on to beat Sheffield United. They only had 1 point before this game. They've had 1 shot on target in whatever games. But isn't it just strange the way this league's going, the fact that Leicester are up there, even Tottenham to an extent and that, but United were there.
But Kev, can I just say, do you remember what happened the last time in a league that all of the so-called Big Six were really underperforming? Do you remember what happened? So that's why I'm thinking, come on, boys.
I can't believe you put that comment up. Who's that Mal retract? Honestly, mate, I'm going to hunt you down.
Kev's asking Mal to retract that statement. That's what you're asking for.
That is savage, that.
Can I say as well, what we were talking about with Henderson, how you didn't expect him to start or whatever. Ollie does have a track record for that because I don't know if he played for him, but he's from there. But do you remember when we played Rochdale in the, I think, EFL Cup it was, and he started, Twanzabia made him captain?
Yeah.
So it is something he has a track record for.
Yeah. Yasser says, yes, we beat only Sheffield United, but Sheffield United are fight for the life. They are cornered, a wounded animal fighting for survival. It's not easy. Yeah, I agree with that. And the first 5 minutes can tell you that. Look, I know Jay's sitting there thinking, come on, give me a favor. But it's in terms of how Sheffield United started the game, they didn't actually start on the back foot. They were pressing, they were at us, they were aggressive. I want to say they forced the mistake. Don't get me wrong. I don't know what Henderson's playing at, but they did kind of force the mistake by just being there. Then John Fleck had another opportunity. Could have been 2-0, So they were fighting for their lives, and we did make hard work of it in the end. But we were comfortable for like super large parts of that game, creating chances. Every ball that went over the top looked like we were going to score.
Do you want me to say, can I jump in? Listen, Jay, no, we need people like Jay just to remind us of what the standards are. We do.
He's the Roy Keane of the United stand.
He's the Roy 100% of the United stand because he's like, come on, guys, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, you need people like myself that are going to get reckless.
No, we don't need you.
Yes, we do. I put up a picture of Fergie lifting the title, and then
KG, you've sucked me in anyway. I'm honestly, when I'm getting a T-shirt with United champions
No,
2021.
no, whoa.
Don't steady on. No, don't.
With the P in the I is a 2 and a 1, by the way, for 21.
Literally, guys, we are, like it or not, we're in the title race. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the title race, and you always say a club like ours, and let's take in this Pogba. Let's talk about Pogba quickly. Somehow, Ollie's managed to settle that situation. Yeah, and for the first time, we saw Matic and Pogba in the same team. We haven't spoken about midfield, but I think it's going to be really important because now I think there's an agreement. Mino quieted down and he took responsibility for the comment that he made. Yeah, which was a joint comment. It was both of them. Yeah, and somehow they've agreed. There's an agreement at place. Pogba, you're going to play. Now, Pogba and Bruno together, we can break down teams. A good Pogba and Bruno, we will break down teams. We will be successful in the smaller games. Now, in the bigger games, it's on a knife edge. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think we can win those smaller games and still win the league. I think it's possible because points have been taken off everyone. We're seeing Man City the other day. Who would have predicted Man City not to get the result? You know, they'll turn up and get a result against them. All we need is either, if let's say he just decides Twanzebe is going to be my first choice, but we need to decide as fans who's better, Lindelof or Maguire, because we need a new partnership. I'm not feeling the one that's there. That's whoever wants to take that. Go ahead.
Can I jump in there if you don't mind?
Mm.
Okay. You made some excellent points earlier on. You were saying about how what was Ole looking at in the training ground. What did he see in De Gea that made him want to start Henderson tonight? I'd flip that around. I would say, what the hell is he seeing on a training ground in Maguire that's letting him start week in, week out? Guys, in a former life, I used to race bikes for a living, okay? Race all over Europe. We had a saying, trains like Tarzan, races like Jane. Therefore, Maguire must be training like Vidic and Carrington.
But Jay, you have to say, like, if we don't have Maguire in that centre back line, or sorry, just in that back line overall, who's winning headers when they're putting crosses in?
He's not winning them.
Oh, if you actually check, he has literally, I think, only Van Dijk has won more headers. So what are you talking about?
Okay, Alex.
Wait. When you win it, and you hold your own man back, I'm not having it, Alex. What are you talking about right now?
No, but I'm just talking about overall, like in terms of aerial duels. He is literally one of the highest in the league.
All right, so let's out. If I win a header and it goes to short or it goes to their defender, I still win a header. It still counts as a stat. I'm not having that nonsense.
I'm not talking about in the opposition box. I'm talking about in our box.
Kev, get him.
And by the way, I would start Twanzebe, but I'm just talking about like the merits of Maguire.
Maguire's dead.
Whoa! Rewind.
Come on.
Did you just use the word merit and Maguire in the same sentence?
You got it. Come on, guys.
Explain his merits. Go ahead. You have 80 million worth of merits. Go ahead.
Well, because number one, I'm English and I watched that World Cup, so no. But I would start Twanzebe. But like I said, if you start like in that PSG game, Twanzebe and Lindelof were brilliant together, no doubt. But PSG don't have a aerial like attack really. So against teams, if you come against like your Burnleys, your Sheffield United like today, they're not going to be the sort of players. So then you could counter that and say, okay, well, we'll be playing Maguire against the like standard like British teams that will put a big lad up top and etc. from corners and everything. But just use him as a like squad player, but you can't really make an argument for playing an 80 million player as a squad player. But I feel like people have an unfair agenda against Maguire. You saw like with Smalling compared to Maguire, we conceded 20 less goals.
Alex, you're trying shit.
I'm literally talking. Look up the stats. It's a fact. It's literally a fact.
Alex listen. To be fair,
it's literally a fact. Look it up.
To be fair, I like Alex's endeavor. It's all about endeavor, and I like what Alex is trying to do because he's coming with a side of the argument where you know he's spitting some facts. He's spitting some facts about stats.
Literally is facts. Look at it. As well, I know you can't take away the Tottenham result, but you take away like that. It's like, let's say we lost 2-1 or something. Then our goals against aren't even that bad. Like, I'm not saying that he's worth anywhere close to the 80 million. He isn't. He's worth like 30, 40 million. But he does get like overly
now.
slated.
All right. So with all the stats that you're talking about, I'm sorry, I have to do this. Go back to the Champions League when we was in it recently, and against what was that team? Istanbul.
You're going to say the Turkish team, but like I say, I
what happened to him?
but he was shit in that game too.
No, did you see? Of course, Twanzebe was, but again, if you're the captain, you should. Sorry, if you're the captain,
not a captain, no. I agree with you, but he's not a captain. I'm not saying that.
But I'm telling you, it's terrible. His performances have not been good enough.
But then, I do agree with what you're saying, but then like none of them really are. Like Twanzebe was obviously brilliant in that PSG game, and I want Twanzebe to be given a chance. It's ridiculous that he hasn't been, but I feel like people are over like zealous with Maguire. I'm not saying he's like a world beater, but in terms of like what we have, like I feel like Maguire would be better if he had a quick centre back next to him. So then I'd say like maybe you could try Maguire and Twanzebe. But then obviously Twanzebe and Lindelof played really well in that pair. But then
we'll bring Kevin. I'm just going to get these super chats out. Sarashi says pundit version: Rio, Michael Richards, Hargreaves, Keno, and Gary Neville. I think that's spot on. I'll go with that. And Tato says it's Jay Mark's dad. Edna says Jay wants all the smoke. Allow it. We need to try Lindelof and Twanzebe again. It worked last time out. Maguire needs to take a back seat. Jimmy says this was the perfect game to start Twanzebe. We can't win the title with Maguire. The whole team compensates for him. We need a mobile centre back and a proper CDM to win the title. Bruno needs the captaincy. Daniel says we played Maguire today and he was marking himself and they scored off a corner. Get this fraud of a fridge out of my club. # Maguire out. I don't know. That's a bit. I don't know.
The thing is, you take Maguire out and we put Twanzebe or whatever in, then we normally wouldn't be playing Matic as a centre, as a CDM, and then you can say whether Pogba starts or not. But let's say we take Matic and Pogba out of the team, and then don't have Maguire either. You have zero height in the team because then Fred would come in, and then like Van der Beek or McTominay is quite tall, but you say you bring like Van der Beek and Fred in, then you have zero height in the box.
You
so
do
we're
need
going to still get ruined on set pieces.
Yeah. Arichara says, can you at least consider it a possibility that playing Maguire is a mandate from the board because they bought him for 80 million, or you have a mandate too? Kev, what are you saying on this Maguire situation?
I was just going to throw that out there purely on the fee that Manchester United paid. We can all sit here and say, if United had not paid 80 million for Harry Maguire, let's say he was a product of the youth academy, or we'd paid £250,000 for him from, I don't know, Stockport County, would he have got this run in the team? And you have to look at it and think it's purely kind of saving face a bit. Yes, you can say Solskjaer's putting faith in him because it was his decision to get that player. And yes, we all know that United paid over the odds because of the fee that Liverpool set for Virgil van Dijk. But on performances, you would have to look at it and think, if United hadn't paid anything for him and he was just some, like I say, he come through the youth team, you'd be like, seriously, is this guy playing every single week? And it's not often that I agree with an analogy or a view from Piers Morgan, but he said recently about Harry Maguire that he's got the turning circle of a cruise liner. And it's the only time I've ever agreed with him because I think he's an absolute tit. But it's right, isn't it? Because you think of a cruise liner trying to turn, man, it's like, what is it, about 150 million point turn? But it's just slow, man, slow.
Simon says Twanzebe would be preferable to Maguire in every sense. Maguire is as useful as a brick, but Twanzebe is too injury prone to be a consistent option for us. We need to invest. I think, look, because for me, I stopped getting worked up when he doesn't rest Lindelof or Maguire and that, because I can see that Ollie literally has gone, I don't trust Bailly and I don't trust Twanzebe. He's shown us that. There's been so many examples or instances where he's opted to keep going with Maguire and Lindelof. The only time I've seen Maguire and Lindelof not play was when Lindelof had a dodgy back for a little bit, like a game and a bit. And Maguire, I think, stubbed his big toe on the radiator at home or whatever he done. Like, I've not seen it happen. Do you know what I mean? And if they come in for a couple of cameos and that, And then they're just gone. At any opportunity Ollie has to start them or switch it up, because he rests other players. Took Fred and McTominay out today. Sometimes sat Rashford down, took Bruno out a game. You know, he does it. He rotates everyone else apart from them two. So that shows me that he wants to centre off.
There you go. And sorry, we got some super chats here. Claire Rodriguez says, let's get that one. Didn't Leicester finish higher in the table after they sold Maguire to us? They don't miss him.
Didn't we finish higher in the table when we brought Maguire in than Leicester?
Yeah,
so that's
good. No, he played last season. He was good. Last season he was good. 1 second. Let's go for another one. Lindelof has more assists than Greenwood. I don't know what that means, but
Greenwood has 2 assists this season in all comps.
Greenwood,
and he's not a creative. He's not meant to be a creative player anyway.
I thought he had a great game. Anthony Trace, Alex is on it today, you know.
I might put Alex on a timeout, you know. He's going in.
Anthony Tracy says the problem is not that is they're not compatible. Too similar. Very good. Lindelof gives you more in possession. Upper Meccano and Lindelof for me. Wow. Actually, I wouldn't mind to see Maguire with Upper Meccano. If as soon as you split them up, it could work. Now, the reason why I want to see a change is because what Jay says is real. We're in a, like it or not, we are in a title race. However, the two centre backs are making it very difficult. If they're gonna continually make mistakes this season. We said it before the game. With the zonal, they didn't even really use a lot of set pieces. But that zonal way we play, what happened? And oh my God, can you imagine? So the one thing that you can say is, had De Gea been in for that first time, do you see when they all bombarded the keeper?
Yeah.
Oh my God, can you imagine if De Gea was in goal for that? Mm-hmm. It would have been like that. That was the only thing I was thinking. They must have had a plan. They thought De Gea was coming and they just stuck to what they planned. Wait 1 second, let's see. Simon Kelly says, Tellez missed a lot. Tellez missed most of his headers today. Worrying.
Do you know what? Hold that thought there, yeah? Because KG, you look like Roblox. Like you're like, honestly, you need to come out and come in.
Right.
KG looks, I don't know what KG's doing. Did he look pixelated to you guys as well? Yeah, because you guys look fine on my screen, so KG needs to do one and come back in. Can we talk about Alex Tellez a bit? I think we haven't really spoken about him, and I just want to see what everyone's real honest opinions are, because I think for me, to kick it off, there's a lot of excitement him coming in. There you go, KG, you look a lot better. There's a lot of excitement with Alex Tellez coming in, and you know, rightly so. You can see that he wants to get to the byline, whip a lot of crosses in. But let's open up the floor. Jay, let's go to Jay first. What are your thoughts on Alex Tellez?
Obviously, when he came to us first, none of us really know that much about him. And you said it before, if you don't know a player, you won't talk crap. So before he signed for us, I seen bits and pieces on YouTube. That was it. I think he's had 2 decent games where he's been getting on the byline, getting crosses in. And then, I don't know, does Ollie have him in a straitjacket, as him told not to bomb down the line? Today, against Sheffield United, I expected him to whip balls into the cross. Like, let's face it, right? When we played against Man City, we were saying how deep we set. Like, Pep Guardiola has more hair follicles than we would cross into the box against Man City. So tonight, I expected a cross the box from Tellez. The couple he put in, they weren't the standard that we expect. So the jury's out in Tellez, but I think we need to have a bigger random sample of performances to really analyze performances. He played enough. Yeah.
I don't know if it's your headphones or your mic, but your audio is not great at the moment. It was just cracking a little bit there. I don't know if you want to move out. Kev, what are you saying about Alex Tellez? Is it too early to judge for you, or have you kind of seen something where you've kind of got a stronger opinion?
I would say too early to judge. If anything, right? We've had Luke Shaw, who's not had much competition at that left-back spot. Yes, we've had Brandon Williams, who's come in. Like him, definitely one for the future, but actually pushing him for a first-team spot. So we've got Luke Shaw, who I would say is defensively better, but getting forward, is he that great? And then we brought in Tellez, who defensively, is he that great? But getting forward, crosses into the box, free kicks, corners. Yeah, it's great. So it's almost like if you could combine Tellez and Luke Shaw in one player, you've got a right player there, but we've got 2 left backs there now that have got totally different attributes between the two of them. But again, it's great, healthy competition, and that's what you want to see at Man United, really.
I see what you're saying there. Alex, have you got a different take on what Kev just said about Alex Telles?
He's kind of disappointed me a little bit with his offensive output in terms of what I was expecting, and a bit with his set pieces, because after that PSG game, I think we were all like proper gassed. I think like, oh my God, he's like amazing. And I'm not saying that he isn't good at set pieces, because his stats in Portugal speak for themselves. But I feel like since then, he's kind of not lived up to the expectations that I'd built up. And then in terms of a defensive output, that West Ham game worried me because Bowen had him on toast multiple times. But overall, I think he has been good. And either way, he's been a positive to the team overall, because I feel like before the injury anyway, that Luke Shaw improved due to having that competition against him. And I feel like that's something we might need for Wan-Bissaka as well on the other side.
KG, tell us, are you concerned or don't mind, like him?
I don't know if my connection's any better. Is it better?
You're cool.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay, brilliant. So, Tellez, I haven't really seen anything different to Shaw. I think he's been decent. I don't dislike him. And the issue that he has is he was meant to be whipping balls into Cavani. We're not that kind of team at the moment. We don't whipping the ball into Martial. What's the point? You know what I mean? No disrespect to Martial, but that's not his game. You know, it's like we bring in the Tellers, and these are the times I do not want to see Lukaku back at this team. But I'm saying these are the times when you need someone that is good in the air, is a
proper number nine,
a true number 9 that's going to get on the end of them and finish. Tellers is going to be almost wasted whipping them balls in. So you're not really going to get to see the best of him. But defensively, I don't think he's been a liability. I don't think he's looked bad. I think for someone in his first season, not bad.
Yeah, I think he's just been steady. What I will say is, it's like when you get a new toy in it as a kid, you instantly want that toy to just be better than all your other toys straight away because it's new. But I wouldn't say that he's come in and made me go, oh yeah, this is why Luke Shaw should never play again left back. This is exactly what we've needed. I think he's been steady. I think he's a different type of left back to Luke Shaw. I like the way he wants to get forward and does want to whip balls into the box. Defensively, he seems okay. I still think Luke Shaw's better than him defensively because I trust in Luke Shaw much more. I've seen it. So I agree with what Kev and all of you are saying. It is kind of early days to kind of truly judge it. Obviously, he was out with COVID, but I just wanted to get a feel because sometimes I feel when I've read some people kind of on social media talking about Tellers, it's almost like he's Roberto Carlos and he's just come in and like he's like, oh my God, we don't need Luke Shaw. Like Tellers is the best. And I'm like, he looks steady. He looks cool. Let's just wait and see. Like he's just okay. He's just okay so far. So I wanted to talk about that. Guys, you know what? I think we have got to celebrate the fact that it was a big 3 points today because
massive.
It would have been such a United thing to do to mess this up. But and this is where Jay does come into it. We got leads now. Last 20 minutes of the show, guys. We got leads. And Solskjaer I think we can look into a lot of Solskjaer's team selection today. Not just because it's Sheffield United and, you know, you can argue that no disrespect to them, we should be able to put out whatever team and still win, but it doesn't work like that. The fact there was no Shaw, no, bless you, mate, no Shaw, no Fred, no McTominay. We're going to need a lot of energy against Leeds. Yeah. You got to fight to the right to play against them. They do give you chances. They are open at the back. They're like a basketball team, high scoring, high conceding. But do you see more energetic players coming into the team against Leeds? How do you think you'll go for it? Before you do that, can we do the super chats, Flex? There's a few. Go for it. Oh, I wasn't ready. I was going to ask you to do it. I'll go for the first one. D Bush says, my guy KG dropped one for the Durex Club. Styling with the Jedi Xmas sweater. Guys, we are 5 points off joint first with a game in hand. Aditya says, Klopp has a style of play and has drilled this into a team. He has two 19-year-olds playing so well, integrated into the team, but Oli cannot integrate Danny. Can you guys explain why is that? And yeah, we've read out the super chats there. Jay, how do you think he's going to go against Leeds?
Okay, I use a phrase that Cage uses all the time: madness. I think that will not change a thing. Yes, will come play us. He'll do a complete madness. Leave gaping holes in midfield, create space, attack from the gun. You saw there against Newcastle at 2-2. In the last 30 minutes, they scored 3 goals. They kept pressing and pressing and pressing.
Your audio is really bad, Joe. Can't really hear you. I don't know if
Hang on. Here, how are we now? We good?
it's still
No, I
cracking.
feel like it's not in the hole properly.
Yeah.
I'm never that problem, guys.
Push it all the way in.
Okay.
Why are you looking at this mindset? Look at those mindsets.
Are you sure you saw it again? Okay, are we good?
Yeah, it's in this.
KG, you are so bad. Okay, let's go. Okay, right. So use a very good description there, Flex. You say that like a basketball team, it's a full court press for 90 minutes. You saw it against Newcastle, 2-2, half hour to go. They scored 3. The third and fourth goals, sublime passing. They're phenomenal.
Brilliant.
If they pull that against us, we'll do them. I cannot see Bielsa sitting back. It's not in his philosophy. I think that game to the Leeds could be the game in the season so far for us. Then on the flip side, Ole could do the opposite. Sit back, play attacking, and hit them on the break. I don't see us open up against the Leeds. I think we'll sit back, let them come with us. But if we do that and they score early, they get a second goal and 2-0.
Exactly.
So that's my concern. I think Ole has to literally meet fire with fire in the first 10-15 minutes. Exploit those gaps in midfield, which will be there. If he sits back, then I think we're in trouble because Bielsa, he will not sit back.
He won't. Kev, do we need to be conservative? Do we need to be worried about them? And maybe is that the right thing to do? Is sit back against them because we know how they will be? Or if you do sit back, you risk kind of going 1-0 down really early, which we seem to be doing that a lot, actually, to be fair. But Leeds is a bit of a different proposition. Yeah,
because it comes into this thing now of we're giving teams a head start in more or less every single game, and we spoke about it so many times before, saying our luck will run out. And I think against a team like Leeds, who are well drilled, Bielsa's his philosophy of football and all that, it's totally different to the likes of, for instance, today playing against Sheffield United. For me, go toe to toe with them. United, we've been asking so many questions week after week on here. Can Fernandes and Pogba play together? I think they proved that against certain opposition, they certainly can play together, and Pogba can get up and back and do the business. I think, yes, at the end of the day, we just have to now make Old Trafford a fortress. We need to get back to it because I don't understand how we can be so great away from home, setting records, scoring 2+ goals every single game away from home. But yet when we get to Old Trafford, we're struggling and there's no fans in the ground. It's not even like, all the home fans are on our back and all that, a bit like Arsenal, the Emirates and all that, where there's a bit of a toxic atmosphere and all that. It's just like, there's nobody there, man. Just do the business. But yeah, it's a strange one.
I think, Alex, what do you think the best way to go into that Leeds game is? Because it's one of them weird ones where if you don't get your tactics right in this game, they can exploit you.
It is a weird one. We've obviously touched on it before about our counter-attacking ability, and it is like what Kev was just saying about our home form. It is like mental. Like we always talk about this game in hand, but if we would have even won 2 games at home this season, which would still be an absolutely awful run of games, but if we won 2 games at home this season, we'd be top of the league if we won that game in hand, which is like mental to think of, but it's actually true. So, like what Jay was saying, I thought he was going to be saying about like how they would smash us if they come on to us, but with how we play, our style of play is that, and I don't want to jinx it, but that Leeds are really tailor-made for us to like smash because of how good we are on the counter. And to be fair, I thought that about City as well, but they seem to have like changed up their style of play recently with like going back to the like sort of LVG United approach of like the sideways passes and like 80% possession. But on paper, we should really be beating them with their play style. But then I kind of worry about like they are obviously a massive rival to us that witnessed it like back in the day. But even like Rashford really is like too young to remember that rivalry. And like, I don't know if they'll actually feel, especially without the fans. Like if the fans were there, that would have been like an amazing atmosphere. And I hope by the time we go to Ellen Road that the fans are there, just because that will be like such an amazing game. But I don't know.
It's going to be tough. KG, I'm just going to put KG on a timeout. KG, you know what KG's like, right? KG's like,
it's the free season.
And this is why you're even worse, because you blame everybody else but yourself. It's them, it's not me. I've worked with pupils like you. I've seen it.
You should see what they're saying. They're brilliant.
I've seen it.
No, you're missing pure entertainment in the free seats.
I can see it. KG was out laughing. KG, blink if you need help. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Big up. I'm seeing it. But I'm looking at you.
All right, cool. Go on. I laugh. Do you know what? I'm just happy. But anyway, let me be serious, yeah? Here we go. Leeds, yeah? Here we go. Let's go. Wait, fuck's sake. I can't go to somebody else.
What crap.
I've not seen it this bad in years. Kev knows exactly what happened about 5 years ago. So we're back to that. Well done, KG. Well done.
We're back at it. Oh, God.
Dara says we need to fight fire with fire. Bang on, look what they did to Liverpool. By the way, we won't say a title race because we're afraid they will let us down. That is probably what it is. That's why I don't want to get involved in that, because I just know this team and I just don't want to have to be eating my words. Do you know what I mean? Reece says our centre backs are so slow. KG with a cooler of chicken could outrun them. Hold tight, everyone who remembers KG running down the high road with a box of chicken. Reece Roberts says our centre backs are so slow. Oh no, he's read that one already. Ashley says, boys, can Pogba and Donny play? Can Pogba, Donny, and Bruno play together? I think Donny and Pogba can be disciplined enough to do it. And Sean says last season we finished third best in goals allowed. So far we're tied with Liverpool for 13th. Personnel are the same, so watch change.
All right. Flex, I've turned off the super chats. I've turned off comments. I'm just looking at something totally different. So it's gone. Now, what I'm saying here is teams are setting up at the beginning to actually, like, the press that they put on us is incredible. If you see Sheffield United in the first 15 minutes, man, like every second ball, McGoldrick was on everything. Literally, I was like, they worked out how to beat us. If you press us high and we're stop that nonsense, I don't want to see nothing. If you press us high, yeah, we will be in trouble. We can't actually manage the press. And before they used to target players like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think he's got better. He showed some more of himself today where he's not really getting caught out. He only got caught out once with drifting in that chance on the edge of the box. Kev, stop looking at the comments because you looking at the comments is messing me up. There you go. But the one thing that I can say is we are going to start Fred and McTominay in the next game. It's guaranteed. It's going to happen. Prepare yourselves for it because it's a busy team. It's a busy team. I was hoping that he was almost saving Donny van de Beek for the game to look after the ball, but chances of him saving Donny van de Beek, it's not happening.
No.
So I don't know when he's going to play next. But it's going to be an energetic performance. The one thing that is a saving grace for us is you have got players coming into form. Greenwood, as much as people didn't enjoy Greenwood's game today, I thought he was really good. I thought he covered Wan-Bissaka really nicely. He was breaking out of attacks. Yes, he doesn't pass when he's in the area. You just shoot. And a part of me kind of likes that about him, that he's just going to go for goal. And the goals are going to come again. This guy in his first season, what did he get? Well, he got into double 17 goals. So he should be looking for goals. I like that. It's not Roberto Firmino. He's saying, I'm not a full, I'm a full striker and I'm going to get my goal. So that's going to come. Then we got Rashford. Let's talk about Rashford. I'm going to give him some time today. Rashford here is a shining light at this club. Rashford is probably like hands down. How much does Rashford cost if you try to buy him, if he plays for another team?
Well, north of 100.
He's got to be about. Yeah,
it's
100 plus.
The guy, the touch. We haven't even spoken about that today. The touch that he took, outside his foot, boom, fantastic. That's what we have at our club. Mr. Dr. Marcus Rashford, guys, we are like, and he's finding form. Not injured, he's finding form, guys. Leeds don't want to see us. They don't want to see
I had someone say to me after that goal, say, oh yeah, well, it didn't prove anything. It just shows that Rashford can only score goals on the break. As if that was like anything to do with a goal on the break. Just such an insanely good first touch. I don't get why, like I've said on a previous show, he seems to be rated more by rival fans than our own fan base in like some sections of our fan base. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, incredible.
Jay, where do you stand on Rashford of how good he's playing now and his ceiling and just obviously not what he's doing off the pitch. We know what he's done. That's brilliant, but just with him and the plaudits that he gets or lack of.
Okay, I don't get why our fan base don't get Marcus Rashford. I just don't get it. I think he potentially can be world class. Like Alex and I were messaging today discussing that exact topic. Rashford tonight, he got 2 goals. He's the way he brought down that ball for his first goal, that was world class finishing. If Messi or Ronaldo did that, the fan base will be singing praises of a player.
If Martial did that, imagine what people would be saying.
But I don't get why the fan base has this, I won't say hatred, but negativity towards Rashford. He clearly, we have to park his work off the ball, humanitarian. That's phenomenal. That's a different issue entirely. But what he does on the pitch for us is almost done. So his first game under Louis van Gaal has been nothing short of potentially world class. We said it there on Saturday. He's a player you've got to play week in, week out, and Ole plays him injured. That's testament to how much Ole Solskjaer A, rates him, and B, needs him.
I needed it. And I'm just going to say, I'm not snitching here, but Kev's doing a lot of laughing. What's going on?
Kev, you know what Kev done? Kev started looking down and everything, looking away.
I'm trying to look away from the comments. That's why I was doing that before, trying to look at the camera.
I thought you were.
But then everyone's saying, look at the comments, Kev, look at the comments. And then I'm like,
okay,
no,
Kev, are any of the comments discussing Marcus Rashford?
No, they're generally probably to do with me looking like Gareth Southgate and Gary Neville's love child and people trying to get a laugh at my expense, which I'm not happy about. But
hey, listen, I think that's bad. The first show I did, some guy said I was Thanos. So come on.
Oh, mate. William says, still back Sheffield United to finish one place above the relegation zone, just ahead of Arsenal. And Nicholas says, guys got drunk too early, missed the game. What happened? Well, Nicholas, the highlights are there. Basically, we won 3-2. Weird game. Henderson messed up. Martial gets off the mark. Rashford stole the show. Pogba was brilliant. And we got 3 points and we're going to win the league. That's what happened.
Finally, Flex, you agree?
No, I'm joking. Go on, Kev.
That's the thing about the game today, right? For somebody like that, whether that's a joke or not, that they missed the game. If you logged on and seen that Man United had won 3-2 at Sheffield United, you'd have thought, woo, that was some close game, man. That must have been end-to-end stuff and that. And it does not tell the tale of the story. It does not one bit. No, when you look at it and the way that we were in control for long periods of the game, man, it just doesn't tell the story of the game.
KG put some respect on Rashford today, and rightly so. I think he played really well today. I think he basically retired Phil Jagielka today as well. He put it through his legs, skipped past him, and when they've done that slow-mo replay from the other way, you just see Phil Jagielka just looking up, like trying to chase him. It was mad, but I want to put some respect on Bruno today, actually.
Yes.
Because I tell you what,
I was hoping you'd say that.
Some of the passes that he was doing today deserved goals. Outside the boot, curling it round players. Where like that the camera angle's a bit weird. I'm thinking, where's that ball actually going? What? And the vision on him, balls round the corners, little triangles. The only thing missing from Bruno's game today was actually his customary assist or goal, to be fair. Did he get customary assist?
Saving a penalty.
Do you know what's just so depressing though is that like I've said on the show previously, imagine if we could get him and Pogba in the same team with a world-class centre defensive mid, and obviously we're never going to get that really unless we sign like someone amazing in January and then we get it for like a few months. But like seeing that today with how both of them were playing, they were just pulling off like so many like absolutely audacious moves.
Oh my God, has anyone spoken about the goal that we scored? That mad one. How are we not spoken? Actually, I'm dropping the bomb for that right now. That goal there is insane. Like there were so many little cheeky layoffs. Then even the Martial pass, I'm calling it a pass. It was a pass.
I don't think it was a pass.
It was a pass.
He saw him.
Listen, KG, hear this one. This makes sense. It was an assist, but it wasn't a pass.
It was a pass. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Let's just take a free seats right now. Was it a pass or not? Let's go.
This is like what Ali McCoy was saying, how the Pogba one wasn't a pass either for Martial's goal. Both were passes.
Yeah, they were saying that. What, Flex, you're not having it on both of them?
No, especially more so the Martial one. I think Pogba, because he's that good, you've got to trust Pogba that he's trying to do that. Because we're one beside.
What do you mean about Martial then?
Well, you can see, to me, it just looked like a heavy touch. Like it looked like he wanted to touch it in front of him to hit it with his left foot. That's what it looked like to me.
Nah, he saw Rashford coming. It was a pass. Wait,
Martial still had a lot to do with that as well.
He did.
Whether it was a pass, an assist, whatever, it was a good ball into him, but Martial still had work to do.
The thing I don't get about that statement of Pogba didn't mean to do it is that Pogba played that exact same pass to Bruno last game in the City game.
Yeah, he did.
Like side foot over the top. He literally did
it's such a Pogba pass that you got a back that he'll do. I'm just looking at the Martial. No.
It's a
Come
pass.
on, Flex. Come on.
It's a pass, Flex. He saw him.
Hold on.
It's a pass.
Do you know how you know it's a pass? I'll tell you how you know it's not a pass, yeah? Because he runs after it like he's chasing it to go out.
He was running off to celebrate because he knew Rashford was going to score.
But really, I don't care. Really, honestly.
And in my mind, it's a pass. So I'm taking it. I'm taking it as a pass. It is what it is.
And then it went to Rashford's foot and we scored. So technically, it's a pass.
But it was beautiful link-up play. That's the one thing. It was beautiful link-up play. And
taking the piss as well, by the way.
What's that?
Can we talk about Pogba taking the piss? Like he just saw, I think he was eager. I can't remember who it was coming. Give him a quick 360.
It was rude.
And then there was one where he kind of just, I think he done it on Ampadu actually. He went round Ampadu. Then he stuck an arm out on someone. They just fell over. Like he was just taking the piss.
It was rude.
That's why, like I said before, I'm just like a bit reluctant to get excited about like stuff he does because it's depressing just knowing he's leaving us in a few months.
And to tell you something, in the build-up to that goal, which Pogba was absolutely class, it's not often that we praise referees, but that foul, was it on Greenwood on the centre circle?
Yeah, he got cleaned up.
Yeah.
As a United fan, as we were watching it, I was like, play on, because you could see what was happening, play on. And he did, and it led to a goal. And it's very rare that we actually praise referees for that kind of stuff, but it worked in United's favour today.
Imran says Pogba looked at Martial when the ball was rolling towards him from Bruno. He meant that 100%. Yeah, in the replay, you can see him as the ball's on its way. He takes a little look and then just does it. Jay, are you having it? 2 assists meant for you?
Yeah, completely. Look, guys, right? I think out of the 5 of us, I can probably say that I'm Pogba's biggest critic. Is that fair to say? Possibly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a close one with Kev.
I was going to say, he might be running me close.
But look, I've got to give credit where credit is due, and it's reluctant credit. Pogba tonight played his best game since when he played against Man City. Was it last season or the year before? When he grabbed the game by the for the neck and got a goal. It's still on go. It's still on go. But for me, that has been his best game since. Which begs the question: how frustrating it is that we have a player with that level of ability, and we haven't seen it over the last 4 years. And he's playing now at that level because he's putting himself in the shop window.
I did think that.
That's the worst part of the whole thing, guys. So credit to you for tonight, but we know why he's doing it. And that being said, Sheffield United afforded him the time and space to press R2X if you're on special moves on a PlayStation 4. That was a special move, and all credit to you. But going forward, is he able to do that in January against Liverpool? We shall see.
Do you know what? On that point, yeah, because we're near at the end. This is very true. Like, and I'm not trying to bring the mood down. You just got you got to talk football sometimes. Yeah, we have a lot of banter on here, but it's very, very true. When you give Paul Pogba that much space and time that Sheffield United done, there's only ever going to be one result. Like, he is insane. Like, if you give him time he literally had time to take a touch, have a look. Let me come back this way. Let me zing it out there on my left foot. Let me just knock one over the top there. There was no pressure on him. If you got Henderson running down your socks, nicking at your Sissokos and your Højbjergs, which we did actually find out what happened then. When you come against more combative midfields, that I want to see him do it then as well. But today,
he can. This is the
thing. I'm not saying he can't. But on a consistent level.
Yeah,
we haven't seen it. What I do know is if you give him space and time, that game there was a walk in the park for Paul Pogba. Like, he didn't get a second.
He took off the gloves. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's like, no. It's getting serious.
That's how good Paul Pogba is. He can just do that.
Go on, get some super chats, Flex.
Yeah. So Gina says, I think it was a pass. I thought he touched the ball basically too slow. That's why he ran after it.
I disagree, but it's fine. Someone else said, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen this one? Yeah, I gotta read this. Listen, Ryan, he says, I'm telling you now, guys, mark my words. Man United are winning the Premier League.
Yes!
He said, boom. One more. 3 booms, bruv. I gotta do it.
And I'll tell you what, on that one, we will finish off. Let me just get this super chat out here. Celtic Warrior says, Rashford runs off the ball are elite. Players like Bruno, Pogba and Mata live off that. Martial needs to learn off Rashford and Cavani. Love from Dublin. Big up yourself there over in Dublin. And I think Gabriel says, if Pogba's playing his best football now because he wants to leave, get a centre-back and a CDM in so we can actually win the league and ship him off. Interesting there. Right, we'll finish off. Just give you the one-word answers. KG, who was your man of the match?
Rashford.
Alex?
Pogba.
Yeah, he was good. Kev?
Rashford.
Jay?
Rashford.
I'm gonna go with Rashford as well. I think the impact he had, but I do like Pogba though. He was really brilliant today. He really was. Guys, thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video. As per usual, subscribe in the bottom right hand corner if you are new. Guys, massive game Sunday. Big game. Like, remember, guys, if you're a young fan, or you haven't been supporting Man United maybe longer than 10, 11, 12 years because of your age or whatever, this is a massive game. We hate the enemy. Don't buy into this whole, they're nice to watch, aren't they? Listen, if there were fans here for this game, it would be going off. And I'm not trying to promote like hooliganism and that. I'm just saying it's a big game. Yeah.
If you're on Twitter, just look at their fans on Twitter and then you'll see what they're like.
There you go. So,
one thing, guys, if you're a young fan, go into YouTube, put in Roy Keane, Leeds United.
KG, take us to a commercial break.
All right.